As we kick off a new trading week, Blue was also believed to be interested in buying up Virgin. Christy Romans joins me now with more on the deal and whether it is a sign of new merger activity to come this quarter. Christine, great to see you. I think a little surprising to people that Alaska Air, it's not a name we hear all the time, managed to pull this off.
It's so true. And, you know, frankly, these are very different kinds of corporate beings. I mean, they're both airlines, obviously, but Alaska Air and Virgin are very different. Virgin has kind of an edgy, some would say kind of irreverent kind of a brand. So putting these two together could be pretty interesting. What it would make, 1,200 departures every single day, Maggie, 280 different aircraft, Seattle, San Francisco, LA, Anchorage, Portland, those would be the hubs for this combined aircraft. And as you know, Virgin America was created by the British billionaire, Sir Richard Branson. And he actually said he'd be lying if I didn't admit sadness that our wonderful airline is merging with another. That's what he said, sadness. But he said he couldn't stop this merger because his shares were non-voting. There's a big hedge fund that owns more of the airline than he does. He said that he hopes that the important thing here is that Alaska knows firsthand and sees firsthand how devoted American Air frequent flyers are for the experience they get on that airline. They put them together. The stocks are reacting as you would expect. You're seeing a big pop in Virgin America shares, Maggie, more than 36% higher here. And I'm showing you this one-month chart because you can see that there's been talk for some time that Virgin America was in play. JetBlue was said to be in there, but it looks like Alaska Air Group doing this deal for $2.6 billion, $4 billion if you add in all the debt and aircraft leases. That makes the deal worth about $4 billion. Alaska Air paying $57 a share, Maggie.
Yeah, wow. We'll have to see how much of the Sir Branson branding, if you will, they hang on to, or whether they latch on to that cool factor. Chris, I think a lot of people are wondering as we move ahead now, the market seems like it's in a much better place. Some of that fear that was so prevalent in the first quarter is ebbing away. Are we going to see a lot more deals getting done, especially with interest rates this low?
You know, I think you will. I mean, maybe not in the airline space because there have been so many deals. You're kind of running out of big airlines to merge with, quite frankly. And I think you're right about how the fear has subsided. It's interesting. You know, we're looking for a stable to maybe even higher open here for stocks. Even after Donald Trump this weekend said that we're on track for a massive recession in the U.S., the stock market is a terrible place to invest your money, and that he's going to chop away at $19 trillion national debt in the U.S. in just 8 years. Apparently, nobody in the market believes any of that because you still have this feeling that the U.S. is the best place to do business. It's still the most stable place to be. There are increased fears of a recession, maybe a 1 in 5 chance of recession if you look at economists polled by the Wall Street Journal. But those fears have been ebbing of the past few days. And in fact, you're getting back to sort of basics. Will there be a little bit more stability in the manufacturing sector in the U.S.? The job market, U.S. job market, still improving. You know, what's really interesting about the American job market, Maggie, almost 400,000 people came off the sidelines and entered the labor market. That's why the jobless rate ticked up to 5%. That shows a little bit of confidence among the American workforce, or people who are out of the American workforce to try to get back into it, about how they feel the second quarter is going to go, Maggie.
Yeah, and when people have jobs, they definitely feel better about the future, that's for sure. All right, Christine, thank you so much for bringing us up to date. Appreciate it.
Yep.